Submyshynz, where DIY bands submit songs for us to listen and react to blind. Every week, we'll bring a guest from the underground music, arts, or entertainment scene to help you sort through mountains of new music. We go in blind, so you don't have to. Blynd Submyshynz.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of...
Oh, shit. What is the show called again?
Blynd Submyshynz.
Damn, that sounded like you had a vocal effect on your voice. There was a vocal effect on that.
This new... It doesn't look any different, but we're in a new setting, and it's freaking me out.
It is weird.
I can't deal.
It's so weird.
I'm losing it.
And we have a third host
today. We have a third host? No,
Jeff's bass.
We have a special guest, my bass.
What? The bass has a name.
Mabel.
Right? Mabel?
Yeah, it's named after...
There you go.
Named after our old dog.
Of course.
So welcome to today's episode of Blynd Submyshynz, everyone.
Yeah, welcome. Feels like we've been forever, but it's only been a week.
It's been a while since we recorded. I can't honestly even remember when it was like
a few weeks.
Yeah, it's been a couple weeks since we recorded.
Yeah. That's the magic of the internet. We can record like 5 episodes in a week and then
take a break.
Take a break for like a month and a half.
Yeah, we went on vacation. We went to we were in Santa Cruz-ish area.
Monterey Bay
at the same time.
Exactly.
So
fun.
Yeah, it was
so fun.
It was good stuff.
Yeah, it was cold. But people like that.
Yeah, people, if you don't know, if you've never been to California, and Northern California in particular, especially in the summer, the beach here is freezing.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah. You don't go to Northern California in the summer and expect to have a beach day.
We did have a couple of good days. We did have a couple of sunny days.
We had a couple.
And especially after you guys left later in the week.
Yeah. The last day we were there, it was bright and sunny and warm. And then the day after, it was the same way. I tell you, that's just how it goes, though. It's Murphy's Law.
It was a good time. All right. Well, hey, we should... do we have any things that we need to say before we bring our guest on?
I don't know.
Like, subscribe. Been picking up a lot of new listeners lately. I had a record-setting month in July. Most listeners ever.
Nice.
By a fair bit. And so that was cool. That's cool to see.
Thanks for liking us.
Yeah, thanks for liking us.
Or at least
subscribing.
trying. You might not like us, but thanks for trying.
Giving it a shot.
Yeah, exactly.
And share us with your friends and subscribe and do all that stuff.
If you do like it, please share it with your friends.
Yeah.
Subscribe. It matters.
It helps. Yeah, it helps. It helps us, I don't know, feel like someone gives a shit.
Yeah.
And then we record another episode and we find more guests. We're tracking down people like crazy.
Crazy.
Now, today's guest we're going to have on today, and then at an unspecified time in about a month from now, we're going to have on again. Ooh. And we'll talk about why that is.
Is it going to be a tag team?
Yes.
It
will be a duo today, and then another duo. So today is, as you see, our third guest here,
Mabel.
Someone I have become friendly with because he's the builder of this bass, runs a little business called JML Guitars. James Lewis, and his bandmate and co-guitar builder and buddy Thomas.
Yeah.
And we will talk to them about fucking everything.
It's our first instrument maker. Right?
Yeah.
We haven't had a guitar maker on yet.
First luthier.
Luthier.
I have so many questions. So let's just go ahead and bring him on.
Please.
So hopefully the magic of the internet is with us and we don't have any crashes or problems or fuck-ups. And hey, there they are.
Hi.
And let's play band shirt bingo. We got Jawbreaker and Hum.
Oh, they got the two best ones.
Yeah, we kind of... I have generic Skinner. It's just no band, but it's
pretty hot.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a cat murdering... Well, it's not a cat murdering. It's a guy riding a cat.
Yeah.
I'm surprised the dead person appears to be a cop or a security guard. And no one has asked me about that in public yet.
It's probably because it's down by your waist and people don't want to be like, hey, what's that?
Stare at my dick.
You looking at my dick? I just got my new obelisk shirt.
Oh.
That I washed, and now it looks like it's a 20-year-old vintage shirt.
Oh, shit.
All the ink came off. But not big deal. It looks good this way. This is how you want it to look eventually, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So
I love that Jawbreaker shirt.
Nice.
So what are you guys up to this Friday night other than talking to us, prior to talking to us?
I've been working on a number of you got the day off. So. Yeah. I went for a long right?
Yeah.
Nice. Like road bike, mountain bike?
Road bike.
Road bikes. So where exactly are you guys in the world right now?
Kind of right in the middle of Indianapolis.
Middle of
Not down, pretty close.
So this one city that I have never been to or played a show in, or even I'm not sure even been that near. Although my Midwest geography is terrible, it's very likely that I have been near there because I spent a fair amount of time in Chicago.
It's kind of like all the interstates together. Most people drive right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or fly through the airport.
Yeah.
I've been to Indianapolis once. It was in the airport. Yeah.
Oh, were you?
No, not really.
No, when I was in 4th grade, my mom thought, what would be fun? Let's all drive to Illinois and Missouri and go see
From
where
California.
I go. Well, it was. This is what makes. I mean, it was for her 20th high school reunion, and I have like real memories of it. I was old enough to remember the shit out of it, and I just realized today, if I went, this year would be my 30th high school reunion.
Oh, Jesus.
And I felt
Fuck, you're old.
insanely old.
Damn.
All of a
You don't
sudden.
have to drive.
No, I could ride a bike to my high school campus. It was weird. That was my first time in the Midwest though, and in the summer, and I was just like, oh, I like California. I think was my takeaway from that trip was California works for me.
Sounds like vacation for it.
We had fun. I don't know. It was a lot of driving, but we did cool shit. We swam in one of the big rivers, Missouri or Mississippi, and my brother had his AC/DC Back in Black tape in his pocket in the river.
It ruined it.
So we didn't get to listen to that one anymore.
What a memorable trip. That was the trip where I ruined my AC/DC tape.
Yeah. I don't even know if he'll remember that, but I do.
It stands out in your memory for some reason.
For some
Very
reason.
traumatic experience.
I have a lot of music memories tied to my brother because I learned most stuff about music, not from him, but from all of his buddies that he played soccer with, and going on long road trips to tournaments and having them play music for me. That was where I got into listening to heavy music for the most part.
Back then, that was what you had to do in the car.
That was the gateway. No, I mean, my brother is a dork, and he listens to talk radio. I'm not sure he even likes music, but his friends did, so that was lucky for me. So man, I have a million questions. There's so many paths we could go down. So you said Thomas is a bandmate, correct? So
we played for I don't know, almost 1 year ago. Yeah, on and off for the years.
Are you guys actively in a band right now?
We're in
two bands.
Yeah. Thomas plays one, I play guitar in one, and then the other one I play guitar and Thomas
Huh.
Oh, nice. What are the two bands? Can we find a band?
Mothers, and the other one, it's not 100%, but Idiot. I think it's going to be Idiot.
Idiot.
Nice. Is it going to be a noise rock band? Because it sounds that's a good noise band name.
Idiots.
Idiot.
How do you fuck with the letters though? Because you can't just get idiots. There's no URLs.
ID10T.
Well, yeah.
It's already been taken by the nerds.
Chris Hardwick owns the shit out of ID10T.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe like upside down or something.
Yeah.
You just use exclamation points.
Yeah, zeros instead of O's.
Mm-hmm.
There's ways around it.
Nobody's going to care. We're just
no. They're just going to be pissed off when they spell it wrong and they can't find it. God, who uses a 0 instead of an O?
So you don't have those big dreams of like, man, I need to make sure to get this right and fucking copyright everything so that when we're huge, man,
Yeah, when we're huge,
nobody comes for us.
I'm definitely not.
but you have fun, and that's what matters.
Yeah, and you build fucking rad guitars, so maybe we can talk about that a little bit. How and when did you get started? It's been fun because go to the Instagram page or Facebook for JML Guitars, because you've been, as you lead up to your 100th guitar that you built, you've been sort of going back through the history of all the builds and putting up pictures of them. It's been fun to kind of watch them all, watch mine go past and realize that it was what, 78, 74? So you're still like already 25 past that? That's nuts.
Yeah. Well, The numbers are still we've made a lot more than my guitar. We don't number act or bodies that a lot less of those guitars. So we probably made like 20 or 30 guitars like that.
Yeah.
100.
These are just the ones you've documented. We've documented 100 guitars.
Yeah. I'm gonna actually. I don't know. Are you guys on a laptop? This is fun listening behind the scenes.
Yeah.
The mic's cutting out a little bit. The easiest thing that you can do is just get closer. Like.
All right. Might be able to do that.
Yeah. See, we can do live.
Oh yeah, that's perfect.
Mess with settings. there you go.
Right into the microphone.
Yeah, there should be ways to do it in the audio settings. Because it's usually, and then they do all this like noise. Zoom does all this crazy noise cancellation.
Noise canceling, yeah.
That ends up being bad if you have a noisy room or. And then actually one thing they added during the pandemic that's kind of fascinating because people were trying to do concerts over Zoom is they added a professional live audio setting, which basically just turns off all of their optimization and noise canceling because people were like playing acoustic shows and it doesn't go through Zoom very well at all because it's trying to mute things and compressing the shit out of everything. And so they just made an off button for all of it, which is nice.
Compress my shit.
Is it a little bit better?
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, totally.
That's better. So I saw in the story yesterday a quick flash of Guitar 100, quote unquote 100. So what it looked like an SG, nice, with a nice top. What is it? Is it something special?
Yeah, we're actually gonna get well wrapped up, like I said. It's for a special cause. My son was born with what's called craniosynostosis, which is sort of a skull forming thing where the seams in your skull they can confuse you early.
He wears a little helmet.
Yeah. He had one seam at that surgery on so we're gonna donate the guitar to a craniosynostosis kind of support group.
Oh, nice.
They spend like care packages, families who are dealing like things like that. Yeah, we're gonna donate all to them. So
that's awesome.
That's rad.
Yeah.
That's really cool. And the other fun project that I got roped into is you and Sasha Dunable did a collaboration where you did, was it 8 guitars?
Yeah.
8 guitars that are like Dunable shapes.
Right.
But hand built, neck through construction, and then getting finished and filled with electronics by Sasha.
Right.
And those are on the
2.0, and then they're gonna work from there.
It's so cool, and I kept, as you were working. This is the cool thing about social media. It's like, ooh, I'm looking at the fretboards. What are the bodies gonna look like? Ooh, what are the top woods gonna be?
It's and like a puzzle slowly coming together.
Well, and because there were 2 that had kind of reddish block inlays, I was like, oh, those are probably that. Oh, if I did want to get one of those, I'm probably gonna end up with one of those block inlay ones. But as it turned out, I went with a completely blank fretboard. I don't know, something about I really like whatever. It was like a 20-piece neck. It was a lot. It's a lot of pieces, and I love the top. That top was so cool.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Then I thought, all right, well, it's a guitar. I don't have to have block inlays. I can just have a plain black fretboard. So I'm stoked. I already put the deposit down. Had a long conversation with Sasha about finishing and electronics and.
Nice.
Yeah.
I hear the based on someone else.
Yeah. Carl in my band has a now kind of hard to find and pretty rare first gen version of the Gibson Voodoo Les Paul from like the early 2000s. This is the one that doesn't have the red dot inlays. It just has one skull. I forget which fret it's on. And it has this weird finish that's like black, but when you kind of turn it in the light or see the grooves, it's got a lot of red underneath it. And as it wears, the red's coming out more and the black's kind of wearing off. And it's so cool looking. So he's going to do kind of like, I just said, take that and do your thing. Like, I don't, if I try to come up with ideas as I learned from this, I'll just fuck it up. I'll do two things. I'll do two things too many, and then it won't, and I'll be annoyed. That didn't happen here, but I did end up editing some things. There were, ideas I had that I never even sent you because it was just like, nah, I'm gonna be smart and edit myself a little bit.
And I want this, and I want this, and I want
That's
this.
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, for sure. So how did you get started?
Trying to make myself start. Being bored, want to start. I like woodworking already, and I went to school for wood sculpture. So it's kind of that. I wanted one nice bar, but I had
That's
really.
Yeah, I'm a very non-mechanical person. I don't have like all of my artistic outlet I think comes out of music, but I'm real shitty at everything else. And so I'm just in awe of being able to replicate its shape or I'm sure it's a lot of repetitions to get there, but I just don't see it as ever a place that I would be able to get myself.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That makes sense then, completely.
Yeah.
Because I would look at that and go, I don't know where to fucking start. Buy a piece of wood.
So do you do other woodworking like professionally outside of making guitars?
Not anymore. But I used to do. I had a window door restoration. There's a lot of old homes.
Yeah.
So when they have a front of the house, that's the association let them change it to modern and rebuild it or whatever. Things like that.
Yeah.
Rebuild it on rock works, stuff like that.
Yeah, well, this seems a lot more interesting than that to me.
A little more fun. Yeah, exactly.
I always ask, do you look back at the old ones and go, oh, man, can I...
Yeah. Sometimes I try to read it that it's growing up better. Sometimes it's green.
Yeah, I think about that a lot with tattoos also. Not getting them yourself, but being a tattoo artist. Like, and I asked the artist that I use, and he's like, my policy is anyone who has an old tattoo from me, if I see it and it looks like shit, I'll fix it for free.
Yeah.
I'll go back in and do some work over it and all the things that I've learned since then.
Yeah. Well, that's because they know people are gonna. Oh, where'd you get that tattoo? And if it's a shitty tattoo, they're gonna be like, well, I know who not to go to.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like that was me. I feel like it's terrible for everyone. Wasn't my fault.
Yeah, put it on them.
It looked better.
I mean, it's like an art piece that you're gonna have your whole life. My instruments hang in my house where people can see them. So it's cool to think that they have this sort of dual purpose of being used, being played, and then also kind of sitting around and looking beautiful.
Yeah, it's fun to know they're out there all over different people's houses.
Yeah, for sure. We've been JD's been wearing down Steve Brooks to try and get him to come on as a guest. And you'll bug him too?
Yeah, bug him. Tell him just he needs some coaxing, I think. He seems like he's in San Francisco for like a month or two, I think, and he's working at a bar.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he needs to do it during the day.
Oh.
But it seems like, judging by his Instagram, he just smokes weed all day and probably doesn't even think about it. No? But yeah, bug him. Tell him we're great guys.
I mean, he always smokes on your
I was gonna tell him like, hey, let's just do this live. We'll bring the weed and the beer.
Well, shit, he can watch the Trevor Church episode, which was just like, I think Trevor went through about 6 joints.
Yeah.
And who else? Nighthawk.
Business.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't smoke in my house.
No.
And that's where we are right now.
Yeah.
So that would get me in trouble. But again, this is California. I have a fridge full of weed drinks.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different ways to get it in you.
We can start at that now. It's still tough.
Is it?
I mean, how we eat it up, edibles and things like that. Actually, hack stuff though.
Like pulling up my phone right now and placing an order, and then
having weed delivered
having
to
the
your
guy
house.
show up before we're even done recording.
So good.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's a luxury.
Yeah, it is nice.
It's a luxury.
We're surrounded that now. Illinois and everybody around us just went legal.
Oh, so it's not even like medically legal? No? God,
Come on, Indiana.
yeah, California just had, the 20th anniversary of legal medical weed, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Although in the last 10 years, 5 to 10 years, it's really like changed completely into fully socially acceptable. Maybe even more so than drinking.
Yeah, I just not too long ago. My wife's in California, and we were out of the, and it's just like everybody running out down on weed. So it's weird. I mean, from Indiana,
Yeah, no, I mean we've had to adjust everything, like the way because we sort of bridge the gap as being people of a certain age between when it wasn't legal at all and was totally demonized to now being like the Apple Store.
Yeah.
And then like I hid weed my whole adult life. I mean, that's just when I was a teenager too. You hide it. You hide it from your kid. You hide it from your kids.
Yeah.
And now it's just like, I'm done. I'm not hiding it anymore. It's in the
Yeah.
fridge. It's in the cupboard over there. When we were at a hotel in Santa Cruz, and my daughter had a couple friends coming, and we bugged out for the night and came home so that they could. She's graduated from high school. She's 18. And I was like, do I need to take the alcohol and the weed out of here? Or are you guys good? And she's all, no, we're good. We're not interested at all. And I was like, okay, cool.
Okay.
It was a weird,
So responsible.
it was a weird conversation to have.
That would be.
Like, are they gonna think? Oh, it was really nice. No, and the question wasn't, are you guys gonna smoke my weed and drink my alcohol? It was like, are you embarrassed by me? Like, do you want me to hide this stuff from you and your friends? So,
Your dad's such a stoner.
yeah, I'm not though. I mean,
No.
not in any way that they would ever notice.
Yeah.
But no, it's pretty funny.
That's crazy.
So
Are you guys, the bands that you're in, I think you said Mothers is the one that you've been in. Mothers. Were you playing shows before
No.
went to shit, or?
We were in a bunch of bands before the play shows, but just all bands were in right now started during. So no shit.
Okay.
Gotcha.
What's it like in Indianapolis? Has everything been just like cruising along like normal, or has there been real shutdowns? And
Indianapolis was the one little kind of liberal spot, so we kind of shut down and wore masks. Most people got back. But the rest of the day is very not.
Yeah, I can imagine. That seems to be the theme here when we talk to people in other parts of the country. The artists tend to cluster together into towns into the cities that are more liberal, and they're like, but if you go 10 feet out of here, like when we talk to the dudes from Howling Giant, like they're in Nashville. So like Nashville's normal, but they're like, you get 10 minutes this way and it's fucking crazy.
Yeah. You find
They
it.
go to a gas station outside of the city.
That's so crazy.
It's crazy that the people are just living these completely different experiences. Oh look, my dog is here. She's not going to make it on camera. This is one thing we don't normally get, is a dog appearance. Hey. All right, come on, monkey. Come here.
Oh, here comes Monkey. Ooh,
That's why we're
she's big.
dogs, whatever we win.
She's got a cord on her head.
Oh yeah.
There she is. First monkey appearance on the podcast.
Hi, Monkey. Say something.
Oh, your breath is so smelly. Holy shit, what did you eat?
Careful, she's got your mic. Yeah, there you go. Oh! Did you unplug anything? Hopefully not.
No, I think we're good.
Okay.
Ah,
Ooh,
dog
Hello,
appearance.
dog.
Yeah. Now she's just wandering around.
Yeah. Sweet, sweet.
You'll hear her little toes clicking on the floor if you're listening in the background and hear. That's the dog walking.
Yeah.
So you're second day out of 3 days?
Yeah, living that like full not just bachelor life, but fucking alone life.
Single guy.
Everybody's
alone,
gone. No one's around. So it's just like, what am I gonna do? Stare at the wall.
And you don't even have work to do.
No, and I'm
like, that's the thing.
I'm starting a new job on Monday of next week, so I don't even have a job right now. It's just like, all right.
I'm gonna sleep in and.
Well, no, I like cleaned out my desk upstairs so I can have a decent place to work. Organize some. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the weird thing about it is the list of things is so long to do that it's like it's almost paralyzing because you can't figure out which one to start with. And so I'm just standing there going like, well, here's 10 things I need to do. Fuck, I'll just stand here for 10 minutes and then maybe I'll go do one of them.
Yeah.
I've been pretty good though. I got a bunch of shit done. I think
good.
I think my wife will be pleased when she gets
thing
home.
Hung?
Yeah, I did. I
Our
got
green screen.
I got all set up for this.
So we just mentioned Steve, but like who else have you built guitars for?
Well, this is a good list.
Let's go through the list.
I feel like
Oh no.
Inner Arma.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the one that you can't show?
Yeah.
Because you got in trouble with somebody about body shapes.
Oh really? Oh
yeah.
Who was that for?
From Goat Whore.
Oh
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it mostly all like
The Mono
heavy bands?
Oh, that's right. You built
the Monolord
for both of them in Monolord.
Fire the Hives yeah, I don't know.
Nice.
Yeah. Lots, and it's sort of the way it worked for me was I'm flipping through Instagram or something and I see Jeff Matt's post that crazy thing that you built for him and I was like, huh, who's that?
Oh, that's right. You built that.
That headstock's cool as hell. And then I like followed your account and then I see the second the LP that you built for Steve, which I did not know was a baritone, but now I do. Is that thing huge? Like the scale is so perfect that I didn't even pick it out as a baritone. Usually you can tell.
It's not bad.
No. And then it's just like, well, shit, this guy's building awesome stuff for people who are like, and what was important for me was that Steve plays those things. He takes them on the road. Like these are not like, people aren't babying them or they're just fun to have. They're like road ready instruments. And that was really important to me. And then just like the caliber of people that were buying them and how, like, I know Jeff and I know how picky he is about, I mean, he's a fucking wizard. I don't know if you've spent much time talking to him, but he knows everything about everything in music.
He knows more than
yeah, and about speakers and about enclosures and wiring and guitar setups, and I mean, he literally knows how to do everything. So, like, if he's into it, then I got to figure somebody's doing something right. I think he's a little mad. That I copied his version 2 of the Dunable though.
Yeah, it's just
Inspired
by.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm not trying to make money off of it.
Right.
So, but yeah, I mean, that was for me. It was like, all right, I've been playing for 35 years. I know what I like. I know exactly what it is. I've tried everything under the sun. I think I could finally like put my foot down and say, let's make something custom, and I can tell you exactly how I want it to look and feel. Yeah. And the most exciting moment is when I opened it up and looked at it, and I was like, holy shit. And then it's been so long since I had a neck through, and it just sounds so good even not plugged in. I was like, oh, that's right, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
And then
what's pride most
especially guitar players. Like bass players get exposed to neck through instruments on and off, but most guitar players probably, unless they had a BC Rich at some point in heavy music, probably have never played one. So,
I mean, is that kind of usually the journey of a guitar or bass player? That is, it's like you start off and you buy the ready-mades. You see what you like about all of those, and then eventually you're like, okay, this is what I like about all these guitars that I've had, and I want to put that all into one.
Everyone
and then you go to a custom maker.
Everybody should, but not everybody does.
Yeah. I feel the same.
Yeah. Especially guitars, because it's like guitar brand loyalty is like a religion. Like Fender people and Gibson people, and like a lot of that. I get a lot of crap.
It just reminded me of that meme that's floating around with all the guys in their shorts and their shoes, and then each one is labeled by the guitar they play.
Yeah, I saw that one. Well, what? I saw a big announcement yesterday. Gibson welcomes Kirk Hammett. Like that. I mean,
wasn't he an Ibanez guy?
I don't know. I don't know what he played.
Yeah, but I think he was for a while.
Yeah, I think he was playing ESPs. But yeah, and then like people just get so up in arms about their brand. They just like know exactly what they like, and then they just chase down the best version of that from whatever brand they go for. Like Carl almost won't think about playing anything besides a Les Paul. Yeah. It's hard to even like get him to try something else, even though I know he would love it. He's just like, nah, this is what this is what I play, various flavors of Les Paul.
You know when you can't go wrong.
Yeah. And I just had a fun experience too, like starting that journey, because I have a nephew who started playing about 2 years ago and is, spent a lot of time on it during the pandemic, and was graduated from high school, and his parents were ready to buy him a nice, like, we want to buy you a nice guitar for your graduation present. So last weekend I took him all over, and he's like a shy kid. So I took him into Guitar Center. There's a little store here called Guitar Showcase that has,
oh, hi dog.
Dog's here.
All right.
And I just handed him guitars, like every guitar. All right. You're an annoying asshole. And just handed him guitar after guitar, and he didn't really know. He's got one of those like $250 SGs, and that's all he's played, and he just didn't even know enough to know what he wanted or what he thought. So I just kept handing him stuff, and eventually I handed him enough Jazz Masters, and he like held on to them longer, like played it more, and
the guitar chooses
the player. Well, it kind of happened. No, it did. I mean, I probably handed him 50 guitars over 3 or 4 different shops, and it just kept going back to the Jazz Master. Unfortunately, they're kind of scarce right now, so the one that he wanted exactly wasn't available anywhere. But
so do you say you also play guitar? Do you play all of your own guitars, or do you also play others?
I played Les Paul for years.
Yeah.
I played in real shitty. My first guitar was great.
Yeah.
Of course.
Terrible. But I saw all that. Like I'm one of those people that doesn't
sell them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have some that I'll never sell, and then I have like a pool of in rotation to get sold to fund the purchase of something else.
And then you have some that you sell to get a guest on the show.
Yeah.
I need to hear those like easy stuff like that.
Yeah. All right.
What were we talking about? Jeez.
Yeah. Now we're looking at the back, the rear end. It's beautiful. So this is the mullet of bass guitars. It's a party in the back.
Party in the back?
Yeah.
Business up front?
It's business up front. It's metal business up front. Party in the back.
Oh, I think that's what I was asking is like, do you make most of your guitars for people in like heavier bands? Is it like kind of what you all get, or have you made some that aren't? But it's like word of mouth, right? It's like we were just saying.
The group that we knew
starting out with those cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that's like you see what your kind of like your footprint is, your social media footprint and ecosystem sort of, unless you're spending a bunch of money on ads, kind of defines your reach. The reason I saw it is because 2 people that I follow posted pictures,
Right.
and I went, "Oh, that's fucking badass." And then, you know, each new person kind of, it's the same as promoting the podcast. Honestly, it's like each episode we do is an opportunity to expand the group of people, because everyone that we're interviewing has their own crowd that follows them and, you know, follows what they do. So like the 2 minutes to late night one was a huge bump, because that guy's got a fucking gigantic YouTube channel. So
Super nice guy.
isn't he? Have you talked to him? Have you?
He is. Yeah, he talked to me about his car, but he hasn't got one. But.
Yeah. He's going down that same path that I went down. You know, Gibsons and whatever. I'm a Fender guy, and you know, for basses. And then he's like, "Oh, these Dunables are pretty nice." And Sasha built him at least one, I know, and maybe a couple more. And it's like, that's nice, but I kind of want to level up one from there too. And then end up on your doorstep, which is why I think the collaboration is so cool. Because I bought a Dunable bass with an EGC neck, and I don't know, something about it wasn't quite right. It was no one's fault. It just didn't work for me.
Didn't jive.
Nah.
Yeah.
The guitar didn't choose you, Jeff.
Didn't. Well, and he wasn't building 5 strings. He finally built a couple.
I saw that.
Yeah, so maybe I can go back to him. I tried just setting up a 4-string. I don't know. My hands are used to the 5. It's too late. I can't play 4 strings. It's too late. Game over.
Was the aluminum neck a 5-string?
No, it was I don't know anyone who makes a 5-string aluminum neck.
Yeah, I was gonna say I hadn't.
Ooh, is that something that needs to be tapped?
I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
No. It's so
The guitar maker says yes. The player says no.
It's so heavy. It is so heavy, and a 5-string neck is going to be gigantic. Yeah. And I felt on stage like I might actually kill someone if I just turned the wrong way and hit somebody with that thing. I thought I could actually really murder someone in the crowd or somebody on stage, which, you know, an interesting show, but not really on my to-do list.
Yeah, and it's the weight of the neck that helps with the sound, right? So you couldn't just do like a lighter weight metal, because then that would change the sound.
I don't know. Honestly, you can answer that. I don't know the science of why the fuck anyone buys and uses aluminum necks.
Yeah. Guitar maker, answer
I mean, theoretically, density is going to hold the note better.
So sustain.
It's just fans, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think because of the shellac.
Because it's what?
Because of the shellac.
Oh,
shellac.
I think that's why people play.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did I say? Or Buzz. He's been playing them for a long time. Laura Pleasance. I just saw reposted. Steve. Yeah. Steve. Well, I mean, and I'm old enough that I remember the Dan Armstrong. You know, the originals from the 70s that were shit. That was like the Grateful. The Grateful Dead. I think there are plenty of pictures of one of those dudes playing one. So it's like go on a journey.
Journey played one.
I think one of them played Traveling You for a little while.
Yeah. What does John Mayer play? Actually, I know the answer to that one. Fucking hell, man.
Yeah.
Have you listened or seen anything about this new John Mayer record, Sob Rock or whatever?
Sob Rock.
Look it up, because I think he spent 5 years trying to be a stand-up comedian, and like his next stand-up routine was like trolling the world with this album. Well, honestly, I think it started with the guitar. Making a PRS Strat is a complete troll of the entire guitar making world, right? That was just to piss everyone off. And then the lead single that my daughter played for me, said, "You have to hear this," is called "Why You No Love Me," and that's the chorus of the song. It's pretty bad. And the cover looks like a Richard Marx cover from 1989. he's like off the deep end or just entertaining himself so much. It's incredible.
If you can.
I'm trying to do it, really.
Really?
The Richard Martin maybe gets me.
Yeah, I mean, I should be sharing it right now. We'll get copyright strikes if we play it.
Probably.
But
yeah, that one will actually get pulled.
that one YouTube will go, hey, the owner of this has requested that you remove this audio.
Well, when you sent me that album and to listen to that song, and when I looked, that album had been out for 5 days.
Yeah.
And each song had like 4 million listens.
Fucking assholes.
Jesus.
I do think he's like, I'm going to lean into this fucking dad blues lawyer whole scene and just have fun with it. It's so fun. I mean, because what he's done, I think at least, over the last few years playing with the Dead and Company is actually kind of improve his reputation among players. Right? He went all in on that and is like really working on his craft. But then he's like, but fuck it, I'm going to make a PRS Stratocaster.
I don't know what that means.
What? Paul Reed Smith is the guitar brand that your rich lawyer buys.
Oh, okay.
It's the Santana guitar with the birds on the fretboard, always with beautiful like quilted maple tops, and it's like if you want to spend.
They do have nice wood.
They have really nice wood. If you want to spend $10,000 on a guitar to hang on your wall,
I totally let that joke go.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was so tempting, though.
They got nice wood.
Yeah. So do I. Yeah. Okay.
Does anyone credible
like the $10,000 guitars? 20.
They can be. Does anybody credible play one? Like, can you think of anyone? Like, what if you
John Mayer
showed up to like a black metal show, and everybody was.
Doesn't the guy from Fox play PRS guitar?
Oh, really? No.
I think so.
Oh,
yeah.
Man.
Okay. All right. There's one.
And then you mine is there too.
Yeah. Wait, which one? Doesn't Botch have 2 guitarists? I can't even remember.
I don't know.
But I mean, it's Ben Verellen's brother.
Oh, that's right.
But I don't know if he's not the guitar player, is he? Maybe he is.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
He might be the bass player.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's the other Verellen was in Botch.
Can we say rest in peace to Verellen amplifiers?
Oh.
Did you see that?
I know. I saw that.
Yeah. I'm glad I have
I
one.
don't know the story behind it, but R.I.P. for sure.
Yeah, Ben does a lot of different stuff, and in the last couple of years, he built and opened up a bar in Seattle called Bar House.
House bar?
Yeah, Bar House has a venue. It has like hotel rooms now, and if you're in a band touring, they like give you a good deal on the room so that you can crash there.
Just a good deal? I mean, I guess that's better
or
than
free
nothing.
Or whatever.
I mean,
he said, he said, if you're in a band, hit me up, basically.
Yeah.
And I think he really likes doing that, and I think he
that's pretty neat.
I would.
I think he stopped liking the grind of building amps every day. I don't know.
And recording. Yeah.
I mean, I know a few amp builders. Like Caleb Barton and Bear Hampton, and nobody seem like they're compelled to do it, but they seem like they hate every second of actually doing it.
Yeah. I can see that. That's the worst part of every guitar for me. The electronics.
Yeah.
Really?
It does seem like every. I mean, and I don't. You know me in gear. Yeah, but like amp makers, you talk to them, and it's like maybe a lot like guitar makers. They're just like, you know what? I wanted something. Yeah. So I figured it out, and then people started asking me to make them one. So I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? And then I built a company, and now I hate it.
Yeah. What was that? Your buddy who does Hex?
Yeah, that's Gentry Densley.
That's Gentry.
And Tyler. The 2 guys that make up Eagle Twin also do Hex.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so they do cabinets and amps.
They must hate it too.
Oh,
I mean, we have to get Caleb on sometime. His story is crazy because he doesn't have like a science or engineering background. He's just a tinkerer. And he just fucking figured it all out. And and then he spent a few years working for not Laney, Custom 100. What is the maker? I can't. Whatever.
Dave.
Not Dave. Not Dave Davidson. Dave Davidson is what we say when I can't remember something, because that's a name that I spent an hour trying to pull one day.
I know the company you're talking about.
Hiwatt. Yeah.
Hiwatt.
So Hiwatt, he ended up getting a job at Hiwatt because he solved some problem. They had a warehouse full of Chinese-made Hiwatts that were all broken, and he figured out how to fix them all. And then he's back to building his own stuff now. He started a new company and is doing it again. Yeah. But he hates it. Oh, when you talk to him about it, he's very mad. And there's a lot of like art. Yeah. There's a lot of art to the circuit designs that's not clear and obvious. Mm-hmm. It's not like
man, it was making all the components. Yeah,
seriously.
Yeah, and even when I hear pedal or amp builders talking about building pedals and amps, I zone out like you do when we talk about pedals.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't know what you're talking about, man. Like, if my fucking input jack is loose, I probably need a professional. I'm not sure I would even trust myself with that fix.
How did you figure that out? Because you said you did woodworking and like wood sculpture before making guitars. But how did you figure out all the electronics?
It just me being cheap again. Like you said, when my input jack was, I didn't have the $10 to take it to somebody else, so I decided to try to fix it myself. I'm just a cheap person.
Yeah. I make guitars because I'm a cheapskate.
Well, and I will point out, like, if you've never talked to someone about a custom instrument and you have an idea in your head of how much that's going to cost, hit them up, because you might actually be surprised. Especially since the whole world has been. Yeah, you do. It's incredible. And, because the world, you think custom guitar, and then you go like, oh yeah, like Gibson custom shop. Oh, that's like a minimum of $6,000, and then up from there. But it's not really how it works. So I think that's why Sasha's kicking ass too, because he's building custom shop quality instruments for half the starting price, and
exactly.
People are noticing. So
and the design is great. I love Bob.
I do, and that his newest one, the Narwhal. First of all, the name's incredible. But that one was really cool. I like all the designs. I don't love all his bass designs. The Jam is my favorite. The bass that he made for Jeff is my favorite. But whatever. I just like. I don't even remember what the bass. It was the basic one, not the R2, but the Thunderclapper.
Thunderclapper.
Yeah, I think it was that one. It was fine. The proportions with the EGC neck were weird because the headstock's short, so the whole thing looked like stubby. I don't know. Not that that's what's important, but it sort of is.
Stubbiness is important.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to spend a bunch of money on an instrument. You don't want to look at it and go, that looks stubby. But they do that to reduce weight and to like keep it reasonable. And it was pretty balanced. I mean, it felt good, but I'm used to heavy instruments. A lot of people, like, if they picked up this or any of my basses, would be like, how do you play these things?
Yeah, I would say that one on light.
Yeah, it's probably among the heaviest things you've built, I would guess, because it's a 5-string and it's a bass. And this is like all walnut, so there's no light wood in there really. So
yeah.
I never weighed it. Do you do that? Do you like weigh them and measure them and keep like meticulous notes of everything so that you can go back to old builds? And
no. I'm really bad about that. I have no clue with the review description. It's kind of like what would we review?
Yeah.
And maybe scaling, but other than that, there's not really not a great like catalog of everything.
Have you ever thought about trying to do something that was more like higher production, like take designs and figure out a way to make more of them?
I've thought copies. But I don't know. It's just kind of not what people look for from us.
Yeah,
I don't know. It just feels weird. Yeah.
I mean, you do have designs that you repeat, which is cool because then people people can kind of get a sense that there are some JML shapes or designs that make sense.
Right.
And I love the mix of the reverence for the wood, but then like you're not at all scared to make a pointy as fuck super metal guitar and then paint it jet black. And then you know the dirty secret underneath the paint is that there's some really cool shit going on. But that's for you. That's for you.
Pointy as shit.
That's for
is
you.
Is that
and
what that
the
body style is called technically?
Pointy as shit.
I want a pointy as shit body style.
In 20 years, and find all the cool wood underneath.
Yeah. I was on a quest for a while to find a BC Rich eagle that was a painted eagle from like the 70s or 80s, because there are batches of them out there that are all koa. And and if you can get in the neck pocket, you can get a look and see like there could be an eagle that's selling for a completely reasonable amount of money that's painted white or blue, that's like a gorgeous neck through koa build underneath. Never found one, but I know they're there.
No. That would be fun. That would be a good fun.
So how long did it take you to get to full-time builder?
Well, I made guitars for a long time before I even really tried to like make a business out of it all.
Yeah.
The first 15 were just sort of premier friends or my wife.
Your wife plays?
A little bit bass, yeah.
Oh, nice.
He plays drums a little bit too.
And I saw the little one you made for your son. That thing's rad.
Yeah, little tiny.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like that big, but it looks like it's killer. What a cool thing to have too in the future. Like, this is the guitar my dad built me. That's some like pioneer. That's pioneer shit.
Yeah.
That's pioneer shit.
His name is Gibson. Because Gibson has always been my favorite guitar company. And we joke that he's probably not going to play guitar or get older.
Of course not.
He's got guitars all over the house. His name is Gibson.
Oh, I can't talk. I can't talk either of my kids into guitar or bass, no matter what.
Yeah.
One of them's playing drums and now starting to teach herself piano. So make pianos. That seems easy.
Yeah, right.
Who's the first guy who built a fucking piano, man?
Oh, who knows? That's crazy.
I think you need a good job.
Yeah. Yeah. Like a harpsichord. I'm going to build a harpsichord. It's like, how do you even go there? All right. So.
Yeah, it took a while. We did guitars for friends, family, and stuff for a while. And then it was just extra time for years. I just did it around my normal 40-hour week job. But I went full-time about 2 years ago.
Oh, okay. So it's just been a couple years?
And then I hired him about 6 months ago.
Awesome.
So it was just get you too deep. Yeah,
yes, that's a good thing.
Yeah, no, that's killer.
Yeah.
Anyone that we've interviewed that has like a story like this where they've kind of gone off and did a band full-time or the label full-time, left the regular job, usually involves a partner that has a job that has health insurance. Is this also your story?
Yeah, I don't have that one. No, that's the tough part.
Oh, really?
Man.
So
No, my wife stays home right now. She's not working currently, but she was doing a dog walking business thing for a long time, but that kind of went out for the pandemic.
yeah, actually, we have a friend who is in High Tone Son of a Bitch. Who runs a dog, like a pet sitting and walking business in Oakland.
Oh, really?
Paul does.
Yeah.
That's his business.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and he said it was rocky there for a bit, and then it sort of came. They made some adjustments and they got back into business. It's amazing.
Yeah, it was tough. Our son got stuck at home for school, and there was no way I could not make the 40 guitars on order, so it kind of.
Yeah.
Just went that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long does the average guitar take to make?
Probably about 40 to 50 hours on one, something like that.
So if you worked straight, like 2 weeks?
Mm-hmm. Well, a week usually, yeah.
Yeah, a week.
For one order.
But I see you tend to work in batches, glue up a bunch of necks.
We were kind of starting to go that way a little bit more. Yeah.
Figuring out the assembly
there's
line.
Still kind of random ones that aren't really as bad, but
yeah.
That's rad. All right, so should we listen to some music?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what we do.
That.
Yeah.
We show off dogs.
We show off dogs.
We have technical
problems.
All right.
We have lots
so
of
you get to
those.
listen to this fine music through your iPhone speaker, which should make
Oh.
everything sound incredible.
You could connect it to a Bluetooth speaker.
All right. So I'm going to share my screen so that you can see what we're going to be listening to. Had some new stuff. All right. So the first band that we're going to listen to is called the Black Panties.
Black Panties. That's great.
All right.
The Black Panties.
All right. So now you can see what we have going on here.
Looks like a bunch of black panties.
Yeah, I'm curious. Who are these?
Seattle, Washington.
Wait,
is this? I think this came from somebody that listened to the Zeke episode and then was like, "I heard Zeke. You need to check these guys out."
All right.
Right? I think that was the.
Here-
So I don't even know if this is an active band right now, but
I don't know. It's on Bandcamp.
all right.
That's my only.
It's on Bandcamp.
That's my criteria.
Here we go.
So this song is called "Let Down" by the Black Panties. Let down your black. Oh, no. Yeah, that's on brand.
Yeah.
If you like Zeke, you'll probably like that.
Yeah. Exactly.
In case you were wondering if they meant the Black Panties, the T in their name is in the shape of a pair of women's underwear. So it's like on the nose. No, that was cool.
I like the artwork. I did not like that guy's soul pad.
Oh, hey,
This had to have. See, that shows right now that this is not current.
no, I mean,
That soul patch. I mean, this probably came out in the early aughts.
I will come to the defense of people who can't grow that much hair on their face. I'm one of them.
Oh, I had a soul patch for a long time in the early aughts.
Yeah, but I did too, but only because that's the only place hair would grow.
Yeah.
Do you know what I would give for a long, luxurious beard?
Oh,
I'll
man.
never have it. Never.
Really? I mean, for 03, 04, that's not bad. That's pretty good.
Is that when this is
It's
from?
kind of cool. You kind of jump into
Two
it.
rippers from 2003. Yeah.
So we didn't talk about. We talked about guitars and shit. But what do you listen to? What's your kind of? Who are some of your favorites? What's kind of your go-to music?
Floor is my favorite of all time.
Who,
Yeah?
Floor? Oh, okay. Well,
Floor, yeah. Steve Soul, man.
Oh, yes.
I
I think that
love
was
that.
also the band that Henry was
I
in.
love-
Who Henry is, yeah. What else? I'm sorry.
A lot of that kind of chords, things like that. And then a lot of other not heavy stuff. I don't know. Yeah, we listen to a lot of REM and stuff.
Huh.
Oh, really?
Okay.
REM, Beach House.
Oh, I love Beach House. Beach House is really good.
Love Sharon and
Nice.
Angel Olsen. I listen to some bullshit. Yeah.
Some bullshit. No, that's all great stuff.
Yeah, a lot of hum.
Hum.
Oh, yeah.
One of my favorite bands.
Oh my God.
Hum's incredible. We've talked about Hum a bit, obviously, after the passing of the drummer.
Yeah, that's a huge bummer.
Yeah, such a bummer, and especially we said already if people have heard us talk about this, just because that record just came out of nowhere and it was so awesome because I think they toured and played festivals, but I don't feel like they made it out to the West Coast very much. So they were kind of out of my mind.
Yeah.
I had not thought about Hum in a long time
Oh, yeah.
until that record came out, and then it was like, whoa, fucking
Where the hell did that?
Where did that come from?
Yeah, it was like 23 years off or something like that.
Yeah.
Come out with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when I heard the first Hum record, I was like, I want to start a new genre of music that is, bands with 5 guitar players or whatever you had to do to get it to sound like that, and it was so cool to see them come back. And just a bummer. We had somebody from Cosmic Eye Brewing, Sam and his wife Michelle. I guess we're good friends with him. And so we spent a bit of time on that. That was the last episode.
That was the last episode.
Talking about, even though it was a long time ago now, talking about that whole situation. Such a bummer.
Yeah, completely.
Yeah, I met him once for maybe 5 minutes at a home though. He was a super nice guy. I didn't know him well, but.
Yeah, they're in a similar situation too, because their breweries, they're in Lincoln, Nebraska, and so like they're trying to make people wear masks in the brewery and behave normal, and they're just like, it's hard.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Well, I mean, Lincoln's an hour away from the big city.
Yeah.
So you're probably in deep shit there, unless it's a college town. Sometimes the college towns will surprise you.
I think it is. But
I think it is, though,
small.
isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
I've heard that when there's a football game in Lincoln, that they're actually the biggest city in Nebraska.
That makes 100% sense.
I would,
completely.
Yeah, okay.
I would buy that.
College football and college baseball. I think Omaha is where the College World Series happens every year.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Shows you what I know, not being a sporto at all. All right, so we have another band. This is one of those all the words. This band is called When the Deadbolt Breaks, and they wanted us to play something new, but it's like a SoundCloud for some unreleased stuff. So I just went to what was on Bandcamp.
Yeah, exactly.
Angels are weeping, God has abandoned, and the song is centering through isolation.
All right.
I haven't even listened to it yet. I'm depressed.
This is going to be sad.
All right. All right, I get the gist.
It's going somewhere.
I think so.
How long is that song? Did it say?
Why don't they have?
They don't have song lengths.
They
just want you to not
That's
know.
Weird.
So my first thought when I hear that is my back hurts because I'm picturing how much equipment they have to haul into a venue to play a show.
Yeah.
It looks like there's 3 of them.
Are the drums coming?
Yeah,
they're just really deep in the background. Part of it's just hearing it over Zoom. So you're not hearing the best version of any of these things between Zoom and the iPhone
and
speaker.
On your phone,
It's a little unfair, but I'm curious to see if the song goes anywhere else.
Yeah,
I'm gonna scoot ahead a little bit. Okay. Yeah, the drums are just not in the mix at all. I have to go back and listen.
I can't even tell if it's super slow or if it's a blast.
No, it's not a blast beat.
It's not a blast.
It's like a.
It's sped up, but it not.
Yeah.
but still like really hard to hear. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't hear the kick at all.
No.
Yeah. It's kind of. I mean, it's. I don't hate this. It's not bad.
Hey guys, when the deadbolt breaks, we don't hate you.
we don't hate you.
We don't hate you.
Hear your drums. But that might be us.
It's definitely heavy.
Yeah.
It's definitely heavy. I wouldn't call it psychedelic
Well,
by any means, but
well, you'd have to get to different.
Yeah,
maybe
it's
there's
true.
another part.
This
of
is
this.
true. We make a lot of judgments based on a minute of music.
I know. All right, so yeah, got some generic, generic dudes. You throw me in the background, I'd fit in just fine.
Are they only a 3?
I guess so.
I guess so. Oh, these guys are on Desert Records. No,
they
this is
are?
another Desert Records band.
Oh,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Those guys are busy and putting out tons of music.
Yeah, they are, especially lately. Yeah, I think I'd give this.
You go back and listen.
I would keep listening.
I want to hear it on
especially I want to hear it like on a good.
something different.
Yeah.
I mean,
I gotta go back and listen to it on top of that.
because we have a nice setup and the interface and everything, but then in order to get the music through Zoom, we just have to use the engine on my computer and not through the interface. And when I A/B it and you like hear it through the monitors and the interface, and then what goes out to Zoom, it's like, oh man, such a bummer. There's got to be a better way to do this. And it's weird because it seems to be frequency related. It affects some music more than others.
Totally.
Switching between the two different interfaces. All right, let's do one
So
more here.
you get an. I'd keep listening from me.
Yes. Yeah. All right, and then the next one we got here is a band called Red On.
Red On.
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
And I believe they're from Germany.
Oh, this is not going to be metal,
No, I don't think so.
and I'm fine with that.
No, it's totally fine. 100% fine. All right, this song is called Waters.
Waters.
I have a line from an SNL sketch running.
Yeah.
through. Now's the time on Sprockets when we dance. What was his name? Dieter?
Yeah.
It almost has.
Is there any comfort to be found at all? The rain put me off grade, shaped and ropes of me. There's no more story. There's no west to see. There's no more story. There's no west to see.
There's a disco remix of this song.
Oh, okay. I like this. Let's hear the disco remix now.
Ooh.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah, I like it too. Need more disco remixes in music in general. All right, come on. Disco implies dancing.
Scoot it forward a little bit. Oh, there we go.
Now is really the time on Sprockets. Oh.
I would totally put this on and listen to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is
Yeah.
Do you think they
Yeah.
paid a professional artist or graphic designer for the album cover?
It's hard to say.
It's a blue for you just
My
listening.
guess is no.
It's a blue circle on top of a slightly lighter blue square.
Just
Yeah.
just judging, stereotypes and looking at the photo. I would say that one of them designed that.
Yeah.
One of them is a graphic designer.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I like it though. I
yeah.
like that. I think that was good.
Yeah, not bad.
All right. Stop the share for a minute.
Whoa, what's going on?
I stopped the share for a minute. I got a couple other things to listen to in a minute, but
Are you having a cup of coffee right now? Or just tea. Okay.
so we try to drag out some things that we purchased from bands or music stores or whatever. And I hadn't bought any records in a while. And while we were on vacation in Santa Cruz, I went to the lovely Streetlight Records. If you're ever in the Bay Area, there's a Streetlight in Santa Cruz, and then there's one in right here in San Jose. And it's a killer record shop. And for me, I actually had a bunch of really good stuff.
Yeah? What'd you get?
I got all kinds of shit. I don't even know if I should show it all off.
Do you guys buy a lot of merch or records or shirts or anything? Gear?
The world's cheapest man, or do you have a screen printing press in your shop so that you can make your own shirts?
No, I wish I did.
All right.
I've never been a collector of vinyl, nothing like that.
No. So, Weed Eater, Jason's Dragon. Don't have a copy of it. Now I do. Love this. Absolutely love this record. Let's see. Ooh, this is very exciting for me. It's a Pelican record. Forever. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Forever Becoming. Yeah, maybe it's a little bit easier if we turn the ring light off so you can actually see.
Now you're not.
So,
Yeah.
my good friend Buddy, who owns Glory or Death Records, is just about to have a baby. Karube was due like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And I want to send him a package. And one of his favorite bands in the world is Dead Meadow.
I love Dead Meadow.
And this is a live album, live at Roadburn. So,
Nice.
so this is not even for me.
I don't think I've seen that.
It's a gift for Buddy. It's going in the care package.
I liked it. We used to listen a lot of Dead Meadow in the early days of Pizza Night.
Yeah. A lot. It's good pizza night music.
Yeah.
It got supplanted by King Buffalo.
Yeah, it totally did. Yep. Sorry, Dead Meadow.
Still waiting
Been
for
replaced.
those other two records.
Yeah.
King Buffalo. Speed it up. This is a Record Store Day Decibel Magazine Complete Extreme Volume 1.
Wow.
So what do we got? Napalm Death, Red Fang, Sirith Ungol, Undergang, Necrot, Wolf King, Incantation.
Dang.
Bunch of good shit on here. I told you.
Jeez, you picked up some records.
I told you I did good.
Oh, is that the Bad Light?
This is, the Bad Light and Tuna de Tierra. Bad Light's a band from Santa Cruz
They're so good.
that we love.
I don't know.
Yeah,
You should check them out.
They're, very much like a regional thing.
Yeah.
But it's a band that could be huge.
Oh, they could be huge.
If they didn't, have day jobs and lives and shit to
Yeah.
keep them. Dude plays a drum set with the deepest kick drum I've ever seen. Do you remember that thing?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Isn't it like it's like 4 feet
It's
deep?
like a.
Oh,
Is it like a 30 inch?
It was
and then
huge.
and then it's like 40 inches deep.
It's absolutely
It's
gigantic.
The biggest
Yeah.
bass drum I've
Dana,
ever seen.
Dana
Yeah, his
Shepherd.
name's Dana. Yeah.
And then this is so Glory or Death jumped on board this King Gizzard bootleg situation where they put the files for a bunch of live records and various different records out and said anyone in the world who wants to produce one, go for it, just send us some copies. So Glory or Death is putting out a copy of Teenage Gizzard.
Wait, is that it?
This is not the one we're doing.
Oh.
This is the one that someone else did.
Oh, okay.
So this is also going to Buddy because
nice.
I want him to have a collection of all of the various versions of the same record.
Which one is that?
This is Teenage Gizzard. So
No, which label?
Oh,
did that one?
ATO Records.
ATO. Okay. I think
And it's
Blacktop did one too.
This cover's fucking cool.
It
It's
is
like
really
it's
cool.
like die cut. So I haven't opened it yet, but this pink and silver in the background is the layer underneath the die cutout part.
yeah.
We had somebody do. Actually, The guy who was Buddy's friend who submitted music to us, the like zombie.
Eric? No. Oh yeah. Grockabilly.
Yeah, Grockabilly. He did the cover for the Teenage Gizzard, and it's kind of like a 90s cartoon homage. It looks like it could be the DVD cover of some cartoon from the 90s with the alligator with his braces and shit. It's pretty funny. He did a really good job.
Yeah, he did.
So.
It's awesome.
All right, so that was my big ass pile. What'd you get?
Oh man,
do you have anything?
I do.
Yeah, of course you do. You always have records. It's a junkie.
Always. So on the last episode, we were talking because we listened to a band. Was it Smiles? I think it was Smiles.
We'll go with that.
Or Smile. But we were talking because it was amazing. It was so good. And then we had previously listened to a band. Which one was it? It was the Sacred Shrines. And they're on Rebel Wave Records, which is a separate imprint of Ripple.
Yes.
But it was weird because on their website it said Rogue Wave. I think you called it Rogue Wave because that's what it says.
Yeah, they probably had like
the label said Rebel Wave.
Probably had trademark. Todd had
a trademark issue. So I reached out to Todd and said, clarify for us, is it Rogue or Rebel? And by the way, these two bands that we've listened to are fucking awesome. Way to go. Keep it up. It's sort of like Ripple's kind of more psychedelic kind of indie label. And they've been putting out. So Todd was like, hey, I'll throw some shit in a box and send it to you. So this one is the Las Robertas. So it's a 7-inch on Rebel Wave. Oh, actually, you know what, though, is the funny thing? I think it says on the back of that Rogue Wave.
Does it? Well, I'm sure there was a transition period.
And then this is Kabbalah. So Kabbalah is a pretty cool, like, psychedelic band. He sent us over another Los Robertas.
I think this was the first band they signed.
Yeah. Retro Psych Dream Pop.
This came because his wife is really involved, but doesn't really listen to heavy music. But she likes a lot of like indie and psychedelic stuff. So it's sort of like, all right, well, we have all the mechanisms for putting out records in place. None of this stuff makes sense as Ripple, but there's no reason we can't do it. So they just created a second imprint.
And it's great. I mean, this so there's Scream Feeder. And, I mean, you look at the band on the back, and that is not a stoner band. Yeah, you know, like you can tell the difference. And then this one, actually, Sacred Shrines, they're a band from Australia. And it sounds like you guys would really dig them, especially. Like, you probably love all this stuff, but this Sacred Shrines we listened to a few episodes back, and
it was
we
really
all
good.
Loved
it was really good.
So good.
I'll check it out.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks. So did we get our first
Todd.
official pile of records given to us?
I think so.
Wow. It only took.
Oh, I think so.
It only took 45 episods for somebody to send us fucking free records. Thanks, Todd.
You made it.
We made it.
Yeah, we made it.
We're official.
Yes, thank you, Todd. Thank you, Todd.
Yeah. Well, that's cool.
It's awesome.
Throw some of that shit on.
Completely. You guys, anything?
No. We've got guitars.
Yeah, you got guitars. Ooh, you have a really cool guitar sitting anywhere next to you?
I've got my guitar.
Yeah, let's see it.
Let's see what you play. Yeah, let's see what you play.
Yeah, actually, excited to see that.
I think, I mean, I'm sure people wonder, like, anybody that can make a guitar.
I don't know.
It looks great. So it's in the, was that the Mosrite sort of style, kind of like the Narwhal the J's right.
Looks like the back of yours.
Yes. That thing's awesome.
Damn.
What's it set up?
I love your logo, by the way. I mean, it looks just like a brand.
It is a brand.
You know, like
he literally heats up metal and goes.
Yeah. But it's very. I mean, you can see that on the side of a cow, and I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
No.
Well, and you know what?
That's
People,
the best part of the job.
brand.
Is that the last thing you do? Well, no. I guess
No, it happens early on.
Yeah.
You know what I get the most comments about is the little metal topper on the headstock.
Everybody asks about that.
It's so cool.
What is that?
Oh, is that the one you built for yourself?
Oh man, Ooh, that's pretty.
Yeah, I see. This is fun because
shiny.
I watch the progress of all of these things because it's
man.
fun for me to do.
That's, what kind of wood is that? The grain is really cool.
Yeah, there's some that.
And I think there's some Dagtum in there.
Oh wow.
I'm always scared to pronounce some of those woods.
Yeah, there's weird ones.
Dude, that is so cool.
That's awesome. And that was the first one you built, right? Pretty much.
Correct.
Yeah.
That was the training guitar. Yeah.
Training
Well,
I
guitar.
learned how to make guitar by making it.
Oh, nice.
I think you passed training, and it's like a short scale bass.
Yep.
So
That's
no,
rad.
Yeah,
so
that's
so
a little short delta.
when are you going to build your first multi-scale?
Has
anyone asked?
about it the other day.
Really?
It's not something that I play, so I don't just randomly make them. But if somebody ordered one, I would do it.
You figured out? I mean, there must be
Yeah.
templates for all that shit, and the math probably makes sense if you're smarter than me.
Templates and it's all it's strings of different scale lengths. You can figure it out pretty easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was and I'm the dummy.
Yes.
Why was your pickup diagonal instead of straight?
It's an old mom's right thing. That's how they used to do it.
Does
So
it-
I just copy that.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So what is it? I mean,
Some asshole somewhere can see that and be like, "Oh, you did it right." I'm supposed to say that it helps with the sound, but
That's what you're supposed to say.
it's not.
Yeah.
this whole situation from the pickups and this is like black magic to me. I don't even even have a basic understanding of how we go from this to sound in an amplifier, and I'm okay with that. Honestly, I'm fine with
it
It's
with
still
not
blows
knowing.
my mind, honestly.
It's
weird.
It's
I kind of understand.
there's
What's with
magnets, and
magnets?
then the metal goes
Yeah.
back. Fucking
magnets. What's
Right.
with those?
yeah, insane. The ICP really did have something there, but what we didn't realize is that they were talking about pickups.
Yeah, they were talking about pickups. No.
Because I get magnets in general, fine.
Wait, ICP doesn't play instruments,
Sure.
though, do they?
I'm just kidding.
No, but they don't.
No,
Like,
they don't.
I never.
No,
They're strictly.
they're just rap.
They have a DJ.
Yeah,
Yeah, they don't play instruments.
they just said magnets. They didn't say pickups, but still, if I picture that as pickups now, then I go, fucking hey, man, how does that work? I don't know. I played that song
How
for my
do magnets
I
work?
played that song for my kids one day just for fun, and it is so stupid and so funny, like from start to finish. It's insane. Well, it's in the name. That's awesome. So what's that? The J's right. What's it set up at? What do you generally play in tunings and?
I play a really weird drop B flat tuning A sharp for our band, and then the other band, I'm kind of the bass, so the other guitar player plays the standard tune guitar, and mine is kind of set up like the lowest 6 strings of a 7 string bass.
Gotcha.
So my lowest is an A, you go all the way down to that. So I kind of play a little bit of guitar.
Hey, I play in drop B flat too. No, I don't play.
Yeah.
I just play in B flat. The setup on I was surprised when I got the bass. Other than having to tweak the truss a little bit, it came out so good. It's like I was scared to order guitars over the internet in general because you just never like. I like to play them first. But and you never know what you're gonna get. But I was really pleased that it came out, like just good to go, which is
Yeah, that's the weird part. You never know how they're gonna come through shipping.
yeah. Have you ever had any like completely destroyed or lost?
I had one that got pretty messed up.
Really?
I don't know if you'd recognize the SG with the little lightning string plate.
Yeah.
For Lita Gray, she's in a band called Luthier.
Okay.
Hers got pretty messed up. I was able to fix it. I didn't have to make a whole new guitar.
Oh, that's good. I ordered a meat smoke from Chicago Music Exchange, and it came fucking destroyed. All the tubes smashed, transformer bent. I sent pictures to Ben, and he was like, "Holy shit! just send it back to me, and I'll square you away." And he totally did. which
That's
was
crazy.
I couldn't. I mean, I sent him pictures of how they packed it too, and he was like, "Whoa, that's not good.
Oh,
None of that's good."
yeah.
So
None of that's
that
good.
the one good thing is he did say he's going to be supporting those amps for as long as he's here. So he's not disappearing. He's just not selling new ones. So
Right.
That's good.
because he's been really cool, and I mean, now I have one, and they just went up in value because no one can buy new
They
ones
won't make
anymore.
them anymore.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and Carl just bought one of the guitar amps like 2 months ago. So we have
Oh.
we got a pair
Two
of
in the family.
we have 2 Varellans in the family. He did he did what I think a lot of musicians did during the pandemic was he became like a Craigslist like music gear. He like made it his job to get good deals and buy and sell gear on Craigslist, and managed to get a bunch of really great stuff by you start low and then you make a little bit more and then you kind of like build up this war chest that you can use to buy gear with. And the first thing you sold is a $500 guitar, and the next thing you know, you have you're trading for a $2,000 guitar, and you just kind of, if you're smart about it, you can keep working up. He did that the whole time. There was one guitar I was going to ask you about. It has to have a story. Is that white angel wing guitar? How did that happen? The Dove. That's a.
I'll say that the guy is a little eccentric.
Yeah.
Super nice dude.
Yeah.
You can look up Ryan Saya. I'm not sure if I'm saying his last name right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That was totally his thing.
Yeah.
He sent me a sketch completely done up exactly in that format. He was one of the most planned out builds I've done.
That's crazy.
I almost contributed nothing to the idea.
You just did it. Well, I mean, and it makes sense now that I know that you started off as a sculptor. It's like, okay, so you can tackle that kind of shit because it requires more than being a luthier. Actually, no, you said this will be our first builder we've had on, but that's not exactly true because Zach Livingston from Minsk is works for Lackland. And does like their builds a lot of their high end guitars and basses.
Interesting.
Yeah. He does all that like mineral oil or whatever wipe porn, where you wipe the top. It starts off as plain wood, and then it's like, oh, look at that. He could just do a whole channel of that on YouTube, and I'd watch it all day.
So satisfying.
Because that was like a trending tattoo artist for a while.
Oh, the soapy
wipe.
The soapy wipe. Yeah. I always felt awkward watching those. I think that's normal, right?
Yeah.
It was uncomfortable. The wood, I feel less uncomfortable. I'll stare at wood all day.
Yeah, I'll stare at wood all day.
It was fun. That was my favorite part. It was like hunting down all that wood, and like
you did a good job.
I was on a mission. Because we have a shop here, Global Wood Products, that's just a small shop, but they actually supply tops for a lot of bigger builders. And so I went there in person and looked at everything that they had. There wasn't anything that really jumped out at me. So then the walnut actually came from a guy that I know in Portland.
I was about to say, I thought that you knew that.
Yeah. He works at, it's called Gobi Walnut, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I was so stoked when I found that figured walnut was bonkers on the back.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it was so cool. Did you have much left over? Were you able to do anything else with any of the?
I think a little couple pieces out of it. I think we did some like truck drive covers out of some cut off and things like that. There was some little stuff.
Some pick boxes.
Yeah.
If you're not in the market for a custom guitar. I'll link up the Etsy shop on the description because I assume you take kind of when you trim the necks, that's where you get those. He makes pick boxes. They're like, or weed box, and it's a weed box in our practice studio right now, but whatever. It's a pick box. And you can get in on some nice custom made, hand finished, beautiful wood things to just store shit in. And then you can work your way up to buying a guitar.
Cool. Little piece of a guitar, you can kind of find what guitar you're handing on.
Yeah, and that was cool too because the one that you sent me is actually from my neck, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I have the box that's from a chunk of my neck before it was, cut to size or whatever, whatever part of the process happens. So yeah,
they're usually off kind of the back of the neck, basically most of the time.
yeah. I can't imagine how much time you must spend sanding and polishing between coats of finish. How many coats and sands do you have to do to get to?
For a high gloss like that, maybe 15.
Wow! Holy shit!
With sanding in between every 3 or 4 coats.
Oh really? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna have you back because Sasha's gonna come on after Psycho, after he gets all the guitars and actually does some work on some of them. But I noticed that he got himself some new gear, including like a new spray setup, and I've been seeing a lot of finishes that he hadn't done before. Crazy shit.
Yeah, doing high gloss.
High gloss and sparkle. I saw some sparkle stuff, but the most legendary, I think he's built 2 of them now. Dunable instruments of all time were the two weed pipe guitars. Has anybody ever asked you to do one of those?
Well, that's interesting. One of the side boxes that we made is set up for it. I don't know if they're going to do it or not. So we gave them the option of the 18 make smokable guitar. It's right under the top.
Oh, is it really?
If you were to drill holes in the right spot, you could smoke out of that.
You'd find it. Oh, sick! And it's not mine. I know that. It was funny. After I put down the deposit and looked at it more, I was like, oh wait, this is definitely routed for a pick guard. I didn't even think about to ask like, oh, what's this gonna look like when it's done? I don't like. Typically, other than this, I don't like instruments that don't have pick guards. I love. I don't even use a pick. I still love on a bass, but I still love it.
Just like the way it looks.
Yeah, like I don't like a nude jazz bass, but I think the difference for me on this one is that I love the Aerodyne, and that's a no pick guard, and I think the edge binding kind of does some of the. I don't know the outline work that a pick guard does. I don't know exactly how to describe it, but I was yeah, and just and all those little intricacies, like how do you decide how to do the routing, whether it's on the front or the back, what like so the looking at it, it's routed for like a toggle switch, right? Because it's like routed up the side, so it's going to have a pickup selector. And again, I didn't think about any of this shit. I was just like, I want that one. That one looks cool. And then as I was talking to him about electronics, I was like, I definitely want a pickup selector. And he's all, well, good thing that you picked that one because it's going to have one. I was like, sick.
Yeah. Perfect.
And then, I mean, I'm such a dipshit I like playing guitar, but I don't know, like, if I don't know anything about bass pickups, I really don't know anything about guitar pickups. So he's like, I got 6 choices. Which one do you want? I was like, fuck, man. I don't know. But luckily, he and anyone else who does this kind of stuff has a nice video where he plays all 6 of them, plays the same thing on the same guitar so you can hear the differences.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I actually sat down and listened to like 6 different guitar pickups on the same guitar and hear the real differences that you could hear. And the one that jumped out at me is so different from all the others is the P90s. Like everything else sounds like in a range, and then those P90s just sounded like completely different from everything else. So we're losing JD. I really liked the Slug Wolf, and then also the Bigfoots. So we'll see. I'm likely to end up with maybe one of each. He's just gonna. I just said I like those 2, so go for it.
Cool.
Yeah, so we'll see. There was something really interesting about the Slug Wolf because it was like maybe because I'm a bass player because it like dropped off some of the high end, some of the shimmer off of the pickup a little bit, and it sounded a little more growly and bassy. And also, I figured out that I don't like the like tight pickups that you have to play if you're in a technical death metal band. I kind of like the loose sloppy pickups that you use for sludge or whatever stoner stuff. You would even be able to tell like Like you literally couldn't even really get away with playing fast technical stuff if you had the wrong pickup. It just wouldn't sound clean or nice. It would just sound messy. You need different electronics for that. So.
All right.
so exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that we've heard how you like your bass is built,
Yeah, what do you got?
if any of our listeners were wondering, if you want to build Jeff a bass, now you know
Everybody.
how.
Yeah, that's. I will accept. I will. You can get records from Todd. Somebody send me a bass. Yeah. It's got to be 5. It has to be a 5-string.
Send me a free bass to my requirements.
Does it work like that? Doesn't work.
Works like that.
Has any artist ever approached you and wanted like a discount or like a freebie for
All of them?
all of them? And you're gonna get paid in exposure, right?
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Yeah, and it's always the like smallest band ever.
Yeah.
Is there anyone who could pay enough in exposure that it would be worth doing?
Oh man,
It's got to be somebody.
There's got to be somebody.
Yeah. Steve doesn't.
I don't know.
Kirk Hammett comes to you.
Totally free to anybody. It was John Mayer. Yeah.
John Mayer, there we go.
It has to be somebody who's that kind of pull.
Yeah. It would have to be some.
To take up 50 hours of your time.
Yeah, like.
And I'd also have to really like it. It'd have
Yeah.
to be, Keith Richards or somebody.
Yeah.
That'd be rad. And
Yeah,
I want to ask Sasha because I feel like one of the things that helped him blow up a little bit was when Lady Gaga played. I'm not kidding. Played the Super Bowl, and both guitar players on the fucking Super Bowl stage were playing Dunables. That had to have been huge, and that's just got to be him being an LA guy and just knowing
Maybe
all those LA studio musicians who get those gigs.
I just wonder how many people would be watching the Super Bowl looking at the guitars.
Yeah.
Me?
All the guitar players.
Me? And to connect.
Well, I guess so.
To connect it back, if you haven't looked up a picture of this white Dove guitar, if Prince ever comes back from the dead and plays the Super Bowl again, that is the guitar he will be playing.
100%.
It'd be perfect.
That was my first thought. I was like, did Prince order that?
Yeah.
Sadly, no.
No.
I wish. Man, that would have been a free guitar.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Prince wants you to carve him a Dove guitar. You're like, sure. When do you need it?
Yep. I'll have it done next week.
Did all that carving take a lot more time to do the sculptural carving? Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, it is incredibly detailed. It's a lot. It's like a full 3D texture.
Oh, I just looked it up.
Oh, you looked it up?
Yeah, I looked it
Okay.
up while you guys were talking. While you were talking about instruments, I was looking them up.
Yeah, that's
I
funny.
was so bored.
Yeah. Boring JD. All
That's
right.
good. What are the like the there's they don't look like letters.
It's I'm gonna get it wrong. It's like a ancient Greek script or something.
Oh, okay.
It's not Aramaic, but it is something along those lines.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then there's some sort of there's a biblical verse on the headstock, and I can't remember which one that is, but it's like Paul 4:16 or whatever.
Gotcha.
I don't know what meaning it has to.
Yeah.
Something important.
Yeah. Have someone ever given you an idea and you're just like, nah, I can't do that, or no, I won't do that. It doesn't matter how much you pay me.
Honestly, I quoted him a super high price because I was just kind of like, I don't know if I even want to do it.
Yeah.
And he did. So.
Oh.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I found another picture of it. Yeah, it has like a Bible passage, like Luke 3:21 through 22.
Ooh, tell me, what is it? I love Luke. It's my favorite book.
Is that your favorite book of the Bible?
No.
Yeah.
No. Everybody knows that the best book of the Bible is the Song of Songs.
It's all songs?
The sex poems in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's for sure the best part. When I first read those, I was like, oh shit.
Oh, damn.
You're gonna climb that tree and grab those coconuts? You do that.
funny.
You do that.
I'm one of those. I'm My parents didn't go to church.
Oh,
I never read the Bible.
So I was the same. I didn't grow up in a church-going family. Ended up going to a Jesuit high school, so I got a dose of it. The first 2 years, you had to take Old Testament and New Testament. They required non-priests to teach, so it had to be secular teachers to, appease people like me and my parents, I guess. And then in college, I decided I was going to minor in religious studies because just from a human history standpoint, I'm fascinated about the impact of religion on the world. And and it was fun because it was so I took a upper division. I was an English major, so I was studying literature anyways, but I took an upper division Bible as literature class, which everyone should do, including all evangelicals, because it's like definitive proof that there were, dozens of authors over 500 years, and that all the translations are bad, and these are all just stories that were passed from person to person and then written down, and none of it's real. So
it's just Star Wars.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's Star Wars. It pretty much is.
But since it was abroad, it wasn't religious literature. I took a upper division sociology class in religion, totally over my head because I hadn't taken any lower division sociology. But since I was minoring, they exempt you. That was the hardest class I took in college, without a doubt. Learning all about these societal impacts of religion and throughout history. It was nuts, and I spent so much time in the discussions and with the TAs because I didn't even have the foundations of sociology, so I wasn't even speaking the same language. I didn't even know what they were talking about most of the time. Get to the religion stuff. I don't know who all these people that you're referring to are. But there is a great book that if you ever want to understand our country a little better, by a guy named Max Weber, called Protestantism and the History of Capitalism, or something like that, that basically explains how modern capitalism is an outgrowth of the suppression of pleasure, right? So you start you're a good Christian, you start a business, you don't take the spoils of that business and buy yourself a nice car or whatever. You reinvest in the business and make it grow, and then eventually you sell shares of that business to other people in the world. And how directly related Christianity and capitalism are, and how it sort of formed some of our basic ideas of how to operate this country, and some of the things that are fucked and broken. We can blame on the uptight Protestants who ran away from England because King Henry had his dick out too much or whatever. They didn't like it, so they came here, and now here we are.
Here we are.
That book was rad. Whew. What do you got? Yeah, we've been everywhere.
I know. We've gone all over the place.
I do have one more thing to listen to. I was looking through the bank.
Only one more?
Yeah, they got an iPhone speaker. It's four. It's four.
Yeah.
All right.
No, we've only done two.
Okay, so this is the
two more.
Okay, we got two more.
Okay.
We'll do the Bandcamp pick though. So I'm gonna go ahead and share.
And just so you know, Luke 3:22 says the Holy Spirit descended on him in bodily form like a dove.
There we go.
There you go.
So this was a Bandcamp pick, and I don't know anything about it other than this whole.
Other than that image.
This band is called Froglord.
Okay.
And
they're doing some things right already.
Yeah, and every public appearance involves this shitty vinyl frog mask that he's wearing.
I want to believe.
Yes, and luckily they have a video, so let's get a
we get
listen
to watch the video
and a look.
Okay. For those of you might want to go to YouTube.
Yeah.
And there goes one of those good-for-nothing spacemen like on TV.
All right.
Okay, you got to tell me why this was on Bandcamp. I mean, not on Bandcamp, but like an article.
See if you can find the article. I went somewhere else.
Oh.
So this is his page, though, says, since the dawn of time, mystics have foretold the coming of the Froglord, an ancient amphibian with death ray vision and ectoplasmic slime. So I'm in.
Interesting.
For all of that.
Yeah.
Having made a bunch of music videos out of like found footage on YouTube,
Yeah.
I'm really pleased with this guy's ambition and skill at cobbling together a music video out of footage that he doesn't own and was able to dig up. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's just like one dude in England. Maybe it's a whole band.
Interesting.
And
it kind of sounds like one dude.
yeah, and I think there's some
here we go.
real world frog.
Froglord saves amphibians with sludge metal.
Yeah, that was the headline that caught my attention.
Interesting. Wow.
Maybe is he actually like raising money to save frogs?
The expression of the man's face is hidden.
Since
Stark and
Since I did my prep like 20 minutes before we started here.
Yeah.
I don't have notes.
Froglord. I don't know. It's so weird.
Saving frogs?
Doesn't say anything about that.
No.
No, wait. So there's one part that says that the environmental allegories go, a giant frog wiping out humanity for its transgressions isn't subtle. Amphibian populations are declining worldwide at unprecedented rate. I think this is from the author. It doesn't say anything about we're donating or.
We're just about to get to a good part of the video, though.
Wait. No, it's true. No, they did. He released Save the Frogs EP, a collaboration with the environmental nonprofit of the same name.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Good job, Froglord. All right, I got to see this part of the video, though. Yeah. All right.
I don't know if I would listen to that like on a daily. I would buy the album to support the band.
To support the frogs.
Support the frogs.
Yeah.
But this is actually, I mean, even if it is sort of like a weird kind of farcey thing, farcy. That's not what I meant, but a farce.
A farce.
It's better than a lot of some things we've listened to.
Yes, indeed.
I was entertained.
Yeah, I was highly entertained. All right, so the last...
video helped a lot.
Oh, I think that's the thing. Like,
For
if
sure.
we were just listening, it would have been like, not for me. But
Yeah.
watching the video and reading more about it, yeah.
Well, and just seeing like what you notice in a person's body when they're in one of those morph suits, and then they like move weird, like which bones protrude, and how cold he was. He was apparently very cold.
Oh, it's funny because the last line of the article says, "I've got like 5 albums worth of storyline planned out in my head." He says, "There's no shortage of ridiculous places I think I can take this."
All right.
All right.
All right. So we got one more submission.
Ooh, Dagtum.
Dagtum. I just all I hear is Hank Hill. Dagum.
Dagum.
That's
Dagtum.
Dagtum.
Programming is bad.
I was listening to something. I don't know if you guys listen to other podcasts, but there was
Other. You're implying they listen to ours.
to any.
We have.
Actor Dax Shepard, who was in Idiocracy,
Yeah.
has a podcast, and he was interviewing Luke Wilson, who was also in Idiocracy, and they were telling stories about making Idiocracy, and both of them do a wicked Mike Judge, and so it was just like battling Mike Judge, and every funny Mike Judge character has a version of his voice. I mean, he sounds like all of them come to life.
Yeah.
And God, it was so fucking funny.
I need to listen to that one.
Just listening to them go back and forth, and just to talk about how bonkers that movie was and how it didn't do well at all. Like and it's amazing. Yeah, and now it's like the most prophetic thing maybe ever.
Oh, I mean, the movie came to life 4 years ago, 5 years ago.
It came to life, and how like that was only Dax's second movie ever, and he just had no idea what he was doing, and he just went, what is it? What's the line in Never Go Full Retard? like he basically said like no one else in the movie did it, but I did it.
Yeah.
And like looking back on it, it's terrible. I can barely watch it. And they're like, no, that's what makes it so great.
Yeah.
Is because you were so insane and the rest of us weren't.
Yeah.
Go away, I'm baiting. I'm baiting. That's right. on his toilet lounge chair. Fuck, man, that movie is so good.
Oh man,
so stupid. All right, so sorry, Dagtum.
Okay, what is
Revered Decadence is the name of the album, and then Avarice Enshrined.
What are we gonna hear here? This is black metal?
Something about greed. I don't know. They're from Indonesia.
Ooh, nice.
I like it already. Wow. It's weird.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's it going? Come on. I think it lost me a little bit on the vocals.
Yeah.
But
That was cool though. I like that.
Yeah.
But dear bands,
Good job.
if you ever wonder what you should put in your little About Me paragraph on your Bandcamp page, these guys nailed it. The
Yeah.
official Bandcamp page, all caps, exclamation point, which I think we're all well aware of,
Do bands like try to get away with unofficial Bandcamp pages?
bring you to the new era with complexity, source wave of sickness tone.
There you go.
Done. Don't ever write another description.
Source wave of sickness tone.
Yeah.
It's funny because before I saw that they were from Indonesia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Source wave. Yeah. Revered Decadence. No. Source wave of sickness tone.
Yeah.
That's cool. They have merch. Ooh, they do.
Ooh. That's a really cool cover art, actually.
They have T-shirts. Kind of
Yeah.
looks like an Affliction T-shirt.
Yeah,
I'll definitely listen to that.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And there are little micro scenes in Indonesia. This comes up all the time. The Philippines, like people into this stuff that you wouldn't expect has made its way. But
No, I think this style is like really big in Indonesia.
Really?
No, I think so.
Because that's one of the deadpan things that you would say,
No, yeah.
like completely making shit up.
No, I totally would, but no, I really do. From what I understand, like there is like sort of this scene in Indonesia. It's sort of like a sludge doom, like death metal thing.
Yeah. I see lots of pictures of dudes in sleep shirts in Indonesia for sure.
Yeah.
I've used two artists who are from Indonesia.
Yeah. I was gonna comment on the Eastbreath Records art because there are so many artists in Indonesia and they all have this sort of similar style. That this one actually doesn't look quite the same when it's blown up.
Like wood block.
Yeah, but this is like wood block.
Yeah,
the other stuff is.
No. So our second album, he's in Malaysia.
Oh, okay.
But
wait, isn't that part of Indonesia?
Huh?
Wait, I don't know.
No, it's
Never
not.
mind. I don't know my geography. This is not a geography podcast. Malaysia and Indonesia are near each other, right?
Yeah, they are. Large groups of some land and some islands spread across big chunks of ocean between India and Australia.
Sorry, Dagtum.
Yeah.
I want to listen to
It's
a
the
little more.
Malaysian Prime Minister that they're trying to get in right?
Oh, is it?
That's funny. Oh, so this is the labels page.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay. Oh, did we go
So I
away
want to.
from it?
I mean, fuck, man.
You're
There's
like halfway through, yeah. Oh, yeah.
they've got. Are these all from?
All Indonesian bands?
If they are, that's so killer. And
That's something to check out.
I'm gonna listen to all of them.
I think we just landed on another page, sort of like that Serbian label.
Yeah.
I love the Three Stooges album cover on that.
There was a Three Stooges? Oh, what is that
who is
business?
this?
It's more like 5 Stooges, but
Betrayal Crimson. We have to listen to that.
Fuck yeah.
It is like the most death metal, or even no, that's death.
yeah.
All right, let's hear it. We're off the rails now. God, they're fucking going for it.
They were.
Man, they are.
And that's what their logo, that's what I see.
Yeah.
But they're the goofy, like, Three Stooges faces with one guy picking his nose on the cover.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
More good copy too. Whoever's writing copy for this label fucking rules.
Oh, it's the best.
It's not about crushing riff. This is about harmonization, unison, and the unique tone of song parts, with a memorable guitar solo and combining several complex parts. If you are a fan of the complexities that want to take a break from that part, we strongly recommend listening to their music.
Wait, take a break from what? The
I don't know.
complexities?
From
Pretty good description.
yeah,
Yeah. God. That's awesome. Look at that. Look at that artwork.
fuck.
That looks really cool.
Yeah, I can't get over the album cover.
That is
I
insane.
love it.
Vietnam House? Is that what it's called?
Hold on.
Oh, I can't read it.
Vietnam
Rose. Okay.
Bro, yeah.
Vietnam House.
I know what JD.
Sounds like the local pho restaurant.
I know what we're
Like-
doing tonight.
Getting pho?
Get fun and listen to this label's entire catalog.
Yeah, seriously.
Orbital
Yeah.
Damage. I'm gonna have to sue them for that album cover.
Oh man.
Stole my idea.
Orbital Damage.
Celestials.
Orbital Element. Oh, Celestials Damage. Okay. Yeah, go check out Eastbreath Records.
Yeah,
Because you'll be
definitely.
impressed with.
They deserve it.
Oh, good luck saying that.
This song
name.
is called Urga Pankamahabutha Eclipse. I need to hear it.
Oh, let's. Okay.
You did that really well.
That's my English degree.
They got two vocals.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bass player was going hard in the background.
Yeah. Oh God, a lot of merch.
I love a good technical death metal bass player sometimes. They're just like, because they'll like get the fretless out and they'll just go all over the place, do crazy shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow. I'm nearly.
They like the word complex at this label.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look at
Yeah.
all these bands.
I mean, they are very complex bands.
oh my God.
Ooh,
these-
what is that?
who are the artists?
Seriously, what is that
Like,
business?
every album cover is more bonkers than the last one.
What was that black and white one? Oh, those are the
Oh,
Infinity
wow.
Stones. This,
Those are the those are the chakras.
this one's part of the MCU, I think.
All
Look
right.
at those. Look at those. Those are insane.
All right. Oh, I love all of it. This is great.
This is so crazy.
Oh, what is on?
It's like what happens when people aren't constrained by like the desire to be popular or even be heard, and just like let their id out when
do whatever the
creating
fuck
art
they
and
want.
making music.
Yeah,
It's great.
exactly. I mean, if you don't like tech death, that doesn't matter. Go
I
to
do-
Eastbreath Records and just look at all their record covers because they're amazing.
I do like tech death.
Do you?
I mean
Do you now?
They're certainly aping. A lot of these look like they could be Revocation album covers. Speaking of Dave Davidson,
Yeah, it's true.
from what we've heard so far, I feel like the recording techniques, wherever all of these bands are, haven't quite caught up to like the album art concepts and even the writing.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's
Yeah.
all been
I
a
agree.
little on the rough side, but that's fine. Wow.
Well,
All right.
I just went to their Instagram page so we can follow them.
What
and
the
the
fuck?
slogan on their page is "Bring you to the new era with complexity." This is like
Is
a
that-
Cannibal Corpse cover.
Is that Barack Obama's
it
head?
is. It is.
It is.
Yes, it is.
That's Barack Obama's
Oh.
head being ripped off and
So
being
who are the other people?
impaled.
Those have to be other people that are
Yeah.
other Americans.
And then like a Statue of Liberty skull. All right. I
Man.
feel like my computer just got
Liege
attacked.
of inveracity. I don't know what inveracity
This
means.
is incredible. All right.
Wow.
We
Wow.
I feel like we went
Whew,
through
that was
something
fun.
together. We just
we just experienced something together.
yeah. We're all forever changed.
Wow. That's amazing.
All right, I don't have any more music to listen to.
What?
What do we have? We've already talked about your favorite bands.
We're going to talk about your favorite local band.
Yeah. What's going on right now? Like, particularly right now, are there any good indie bands that we should be checking out and listening to?
Any bands.
you gotta check out Veilcast.
Veilcast?
They're buddies hard.
Veilcast. Okay. Putting that on
They're
the
slow,
list.
heavy, and evil.
Nice. Slow, heavy, evil. That describes.
Okay.
You should listen to that on your next episode.
I will. Maybe we'll save it. We'll just call that a submission.
There
you
we
just
go.
submitted them. Good.
Yeah.
Veilcast.
Next episode. It's actually not a bad idea for a segment. Is to have the previous guest suggest one band that we don't know that we listen to on the next
Ooh,
episode.
I like that.
You'll get
I like
credit
that.
for that.
Hell yeah.
When the pennies start rolling in, I'll mail you a bag of them. You'll get a co-producer credit.
All right. Veilcast
Yeah.
looks cool.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I don't know. It's been tough lately with no shows. I don't know.
know.
We're friends with a couple of the guys from Samiricus. They're kind of getting back together.
Samiricus?
They once upon a time went on tour with Slayer, and then they just
Oh,
disappeared for a long time.
interesting.
I don't know.
And they just recorded a new album.
I had in my head that that Hyborian was from Indy, but they're not. They're from Kansas City, Missouri.
Gotcha.
I've never heard of them.
You haven't heard Hyborian?
Hyborian's great.
Hyborian's great. How did we describe them?
There was a mastodon
It's
in
like
there.
slow mastodon.
It was like a Hyborian cult. Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah, they're super good. I
Um,
feel like somebody threw a Doomed and Stone Fest in Indy, right?
Did they?
Once or twice.
I think in Chicago?
I know there was a Chicago one, but I don't know.
I don't know.
There may have been a new one. I'm careful about
Yeah.
going to shows.
Have you? Yeah. Normally we're really good about it, but we still haven't been to one yet. There haven't been
Hasn't
a ton.
really been anything.
There's tonight at the
There's a
Caravan.
little venue right
Is there something at the Caravan
from
tonight?
where we live that's been starting to have shows here.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a black metal show at the Caravan. Your favorite. We should go.
Oh yeah, my favorite.
JD
We should
lo-
do that.
JD loves black
Let's head
metal.
down right now.
The truer the better.
Yeah.
The truer the better.
I'm turning him slowly. Just gotta listen to the right stuff.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like there's the Cool Creek Summer Concert Series happening in Indiana.
The Cool Creek.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm sure that's probably not.
It's in Carmel. That'd be great. We should do that.
Yeah, no, I'm about ready to go.
The drummer from Junior who used to be in Skeleton Witch, you probably
Yes.
know Skeleton.
Oh yeah.
I definitely know Skeleton Witch.
Yeah.
So that's kind of their connection.
Gotcha.
So what is I mean, you told us bands you like, but do you have like all-time favorite sort of Indiana bands? Did you both grow up? Are you from there?
Yeah, we both grew up in. There's some really good old bands. Ice Nine, like an amazing old Indiana band.
What are they called?
Ice Nine.
Oh, Ice Nine. Yeah.
Oh, Ice Nine.
Yeah, if you've ever read Kurt Vonnegut book, I can't remember the name. Cat's Froglord.
Yeah.
That's kind of like a piece of that book.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
You surfed and their asses from here.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Phoenix Bodies. This guy was in a band called Phoenix Bodies. That was pretty amazing.
Sorry, what kind of bodies?
Phoebe's body.
Phoebe's body?
Like the Arizona city.
Oh, Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Phoenix bodies.
Phoenix.
Gotcha.
Like
like Phoebe's body?
the bodies. The bodies of phoenixes.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I'm not a fan, but the Zero Boys are from here.
What kind of music is that?
Like classic, old school, hardcore punk.
Oh.
They were big back in like the minor red days and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, there was actually
Old school.
a really good band, sort of post-hardcore, kind of emo band called Split Lip. It was from Indiana. They're so good.
I've heard the name. I
I
don't
love
know.
Split Lip. Yeah, I loved them.
Was Indy on that weird Midwest hardcore tour routing circuit that we keep hearing about?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
There was a.
They actually had
Probably.
there was a pretty good hardcore team.
Actually,
early
yeah.
2000s around here. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
we were a big part of that, and there was a house at the time of thing that's around here that had all those shows.
There's a
Gordon
lot-
used to play there. And stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of story. We're finding a lot of stories like that in kind of a routing point between the South and Salt Lake and then the Bay Area.
Mm-hmm.
That a lot of folks kind of ended up at meeting bands and seeing shows. What was that came up because of the what was the movie that had the Minor Threat shirt in it? Oh, the Wonder Woman 84.
Oh, it was
Because they made that all part of the story, because the director grew up in a town in the Midwest and was
Yeah.
part of the scene hosting all these hardcore bands and then got into it herself. So it was important to her, since it was set in DC in the mid 80s, to like really try to include some of that. There was like a Minor Threat show poster up on a telephone pole or something.
And it was the Cro-Mag shirt that was the big
Yeah,
controversy.
the Cro-Mag shirt was the controversy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That album didn't come out before 1984.
Yeah.
It wasn't even out yet. And they actually shot back and said, "Yeah, but the art existed already, and she knows it because she knew us."
Yeah.
So
Well, it was like it was a big, because you got John Joseph, who was original, and then you got Harley, who is now, and they hate each other. And
course.
they were, of course, arguing about it.
Oh.
Harley's like, "No, fucked up." John's like, "Nah." Like,
God, fucking scenesters and gatekeepers
Yeah,
are
I
going to
know,
be
right?
the death of everything.
gatekeepers just fucking die, man.
Yep.
No, don't really die.
Well, hey, punk rock and hardcore gatekeepers, mission accomplished, because you kept me away.
yeah.
I never had my phase. It worked. I was not cool enough. So mission accomplished, I guess.
I tell you.
Yeah, I mean,
I was just a nerd in my bedroom listening to Rush.
Yeah.
And you definitely didn't want me at your show. It definitely made it 10% less cool just by
10%
being
less
there.
cool.
Awesome.
Getting hot with that AC off.
I know, yeah. We turn the AC off so that it wouldn't make loud noise for the entire time. But it's kind of warm here today.
Yeah.
It's been I don't know if you've heard.
Are you guys hitting
We've had
any
some
sort of
heat
heat
waves.
wave as well?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not as warm here, but
No,
it's still warmer than it was.
but unseasonably.
Yeah. When
90s, low 90s.
Yeah.
I think the Pacific Northwest is the one that's really freaking everybody out
Mm-hmm.
because it's like,
Yeah.
oh, that's where you go to be cold, right? No, not anymore.
In a city that doesn't believe in air conditioning units.
Oh no,
Yeah.
Portland has no AC. It's 115 degrees. It went very poorly.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people there, and
Sorry, Portland.
yeah, it did not go well.
That's not fun. Yeah.
All right. Well, I think
been great.
it's your Friday night. It's actually gotten dark as we sat here and
it's already-
watched you. You have no light. You have no light in your room anymore.
Yeah, I know. Sun is down in Indiana.
We did that once. It was a Gem from Dead in Australia, and it was like 7 o'clock in the morning his time when we started, and we just like watched the light completely
We could
change.
barely see him, and then all of a sudden, oh, there you are.
That's a rap
That
band.
was weird.
Since I kind of have got a little bit of a sense for what you guys are into and listening to, that's a band you should check out that we listened to, and then he came on the show because they're actually kind of a big deal in Australia, and they're a killer.
Oh, they're so good.
They're
called Dead.
Dead, and he runs and he runs a label called We Empty Rooms. They're kind of like the Melvins of Australia, and like his entire demeanor is like, nobody likes us. Our music is not pleasant to listen to, and neither is the music of any of our friends. So we're just going to put all of it out and just admit the truth, which is if we show up, the room will clear. So enjoy. But they toured with the Melvins.
I like that.
They toured with the Melvins and Big Business in the U.S.
And Torch.
And Torch. They toured with
That was another episode that Torch came up on.
Torch comes up. Well, and the episode where we listened to the band. I'm sure you know the name of the band. That is Floor minus Steve. That's currently making new music. Yeah, House of Lightning.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Oh yeah.
Dude, it's so great.
We had not heard them on that episode, and we were like, God, these sounds kind of torchy.
It sounds torchy. Yeah.
I wonder why.
I don't know if they submitted music or their label or what, but
they don't even
fuck,
know.
Man, this sounds great.
Yeah.
This is a lot like Torch.
So,
and then
yeah.
look, we're like, oh, it is Torch.
Let's look up the people in the band.
Yeah.
Oh, it is
the
Torch.
drummer from Froglord is a guitar player and singer in that band.
Yeah.
Yeah. Henry.
Yeah.
Henry.
Oh,
Henry.
You
Yeah.
probably
Have you
know.
listened to Dove?
No,
Yes.
I have not.
Yeah,
Have I?
there was. I don't think you have.
Okay.
But he sent it to me because I was messaging with him afterwards because he had sent us like a correction or something like that, or maybe he actually reached out because he listened to the episode.
He's like, hey guys,
and it was like, we sound like them because we are pretty
We are
much them. Yes.
So you probably know all the deep dark secrets of the bomb tuning.
Oh yeah.
If there are deep dark secrets, or not really. But
I know them all, but I don't know if I can reveal it.
No,
Well, you
I
know
don't.
what?
I'm not asking. I don't want it revealed. Do you? But do you mess around with it? Do you use it ever?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
It's fun.
he wants to
It's
be
too
on the
much
show,
fun
so
not
let's
to.
ask him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I won't bug him.
we'll
about
talk to him about it.
it. No, I don't.
I think we would probably do that.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
All right, we're gonna do
Well,
it.
we'll let you go. Get back to your lives.
Yeah,
and
thank you
then-
for joining us.
and then
So
we'll-
late on a Friday.
We'll continue
thank you,
our
guys.
grown man play date that
Woohoo!
this is gonna commence
Is
afterwards.
it pizza night?
Yeah, we're gonna go play football and lift weights.
I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do. We were trying to figure out
That's what guys do, right?
what do two guys do when you're together and nobody else is around? I don't even have a ball to throw. I don't think, or a
Your dog does.
baseball mitt. Yeah,
Yeah.
we can. I mean, we're gonna do what we do anyways, which is
Go out and play
drink,
baseball.
and
Drink and listen to music.
listen to music.
Yeah,
Most
exactly.
likely.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. Well, it was killer to have you on, and we'll see at least one of you again, probably in about a month or so,
It was great
to talk about those
Awesome.
Dunable collaborations. I bet they're all gone before they're even done. I have a feeling they're going to move fast.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah.
Don't make 8 of them. I mean, they're
Yeah.
probably already sold.
Yeah. I know there's one that's gone. I know for sure there's one
I
gone.
was surprised because last time I talked to him, he was still holding off on taking deposits and stuff. So you might have been the first one.
I might have been. Yeah, I don't know.
Ooh.
I just messaged him and said, "Hey, dude, I want what's the pricing going to be? When are they going to be available? And can I get this one?" And he's like, "I'll send you an invoice tomorrow." So it's like,
Cool. Yeah.
all right.
Sweet.
It's my celebratory gift for starting a new job. So
Yeah,
not?
he deserves.
Yeah, I deserve it.
That's what you do with a signing bonus.
Congratulations, by the way. I saw the post about it. And
Oh,
it
yeah.
looks like a cool job.
Yeah, it was just weird I literally have done the same job in roughly the same place for 26 years, and so Monday morning. But it's not weird because it's people that I've worked with already and know, and I'm not going to an office yet, so I'm still just gonna get up and turn on my computer and talk to some of the same people I've already been talking to,
just in a different capacity,
but with a different name badge, I guess. I won't have Outlook anymore. I'll be using Gmail. That'll be the difference. Gmail and Slack instead of.
That's gonna be tough.
I know. Such a hard
It is actually.
switch.
Gmail is terrible.
Actually. Gmail sucks.
Yeah.
I need
Gmail,
You're right.
Personal Gmail is amazing, but when you roll it out in an enterprise environment, it fucking sucks.
It's terrible.
It's horrible.
Yeah. Oh boy, that's exciting talk right there. Hey guys, let's talk Gmail.
Let's talk Gmail for an enterprise, okay?
We'll talk more about
Kill
Gmail
me.
next time.
Just kill me now. Awesome. All right. Well, on that note,
Go enjoy your Friday night.
Yes.
thanks a lot. Enjoy your Friday night. And
Yes.
keep making badass guitars. And I can't
was
wait to
fun.
see your second and your third. And as you get farther down the road building guitars.
Thomas.
Yeah.
Thomas, yeah. I mean, how cool to have someone who's already kind of blazed the trail go like, all right, how many mistakes did you make that you can help him avoid? And it's not like your kid, and hopefully he'll listen. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
we could all save our kids a lot of effort if they would just fucking listen, but
Seriously.
Yeah.
not in their nature. It would appear. So
It's life experience, right?
yeah.
Yep. You
Awesome.
gotta make those mistakes.
All right, guys.
All right.
Thanks again.
See you guys. Take it easy.
Yeah,
Have a good,
thank you guys.
have a good
Thanks,
Monday
boys.
night.
Yeah. Happy Monday.
Bye.
Look at that.
There we are.
There's your bass. Look at that.
Hello,
at that.
beautiful.
This reflection is not part of it, just so everybody knows, right?
No,
here.
that's my computer
not
screen.
part of it. Computer screen. Yes.
See, I'll block the screen. See, oh, it's beautiful.
Oh, that was fun.
That was rad.
That was good.
And that label, man, what the fuck is going
Seriously.
on? I'm
Eastbreath Records.
Eastbreath Records.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Eastbreath,
in Indonesia.
keep it coming.
Seriously, just go look at the album art. It's amazing.
Yeah.
On every single release, I didn't see a single one on there that was.
Didn't catch
They're not fucking
catch your eye. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, everybody.
So, and now, guitar makers, you know what Jeff wants.
You know what I want?
So make it, send it our way. Be like Todd.
5 strings. Delightful jazz-shaped body.
I do have to say, though, we do know Todd. It's
Yeah.
not like he just sent it from out of nowhere. We see him at shows. We do know Todd. We are acquaintances. I would say even friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Todd's a great guy.
I need to have him on at some point.
We do need to have him on.
Should I slap the bass?
Slap the bass.
Should I?
Slap the bass.
Sorry.
Come on.
Not gonna do it. Nah, I don't know how to. Sorry.
Everybody that always slaps the bass always does it up here. You never see anybody slapping it. Oh, except for Phildy, right?
Yeah, no. I mean, seriously, this is like go on the bass forums, and this is like a topic.
Yeah.
Like, this is a conversation topic. Strap length, proper thumb angle. You know, like people like the jazz and funk nerds that play bass hate Flea because he's got poor technique. Because he always played low.
Yeah.
So his hand is cocked the wrong direction. And then all the man, there are so many bass players now in heavy music that are doing like the Tosin Abasi which was stolen from bass, double thumb techniques, and now being brought back to play these like crazy fast parts without a pick because every time you're getting 2 notes instead of 1.
Yeah.
Up and down. So yeah, this is like fucking talk about religious
Talk
arguments.
about me dozing off.
Religious arguments. Holy shit. I mean, whether to slap or not to slap alone is
Taking
like
shit seriously.
10 years of talking.
Yeah.
To pick or not to pick.
To pick or not to pick.
All right, everybody. Well, thanks for
joining us again.
Sitting in with us, taking a little bit of listen. Hope you enjoyed the music. Go buy guitars from JML Guitars.
Go buy a custom guitar.
Go buy a custom guitar. You will, me, Jeff Matz, Steve Brooks, and a bunch of and more than 100 other people can tell you will not be disappointed.
And a guy that paid a lot of money for a custom dove
for the
guitar
custom dove guitar
with weird
Bible verses,
inlays, and Bible verses.
Yeah. All right, everybody. This has been
Another episode
of Ribbit, Blind Ribbit, Froglord, Ribbit, Submyshynz.
Recording stopped.
Thanks for joining us for another week of Blynd Submyshynz. See episode description for links to all artists discussed in this episode, and visit their sites to support them directly by buying music and merch. Share links to the podcast or YouTube videos with your friends, especially if they're in bands. Bands, if you want us to listen to your music on a future episode, please submit one song to blyndsub@gmail.com. That is blyndsub, BLYNDSUB @gmail.com. Bandcamp links preferred, but not required. Find us on social media at Blynd Submyshynz. Full video episodes are available on our YouTube. Remember, we go in blind, so you don't have to. Blynd Submyshynz.